Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going through the Premier League predictions again. This time there's a few midweek games for us to go through. Lewis and Dad have once again sent me theirs. Hopefully they'll be getting some more points. We're going to look at the table now. I did find the predictions that I missed out from last week. So the table now, well, after last week's results, I got 7. Lewis got 6 to close the gap on Dad, and Dad got 4. Now the table is very close. I'm on 58 points in top, then there is a gap of 12 to Dad. However, Dad and Lewis are both on 46 points now. That Lewis will be happy with that after losing it to him. This week, Dad and Lewis will be hoping to leave each other behind and keep going. But we're going to go on to this week, starting with top of the league Manchester City, who host Wolverhampton Wanderers, or Wolves. Now that'll be a very good game. I think there's two good sides in them both. Wolves do have the potential to cause an upset here. I still don't think they'll be able to, though, after the season they've had. It's been very, very, very average. Last season, pushing for Europe in the Europa League. This season, mid-table, trying not to be dragged down. So I think Man City will do this. I think Man City will be easily winning. But I think Wolves will put up a fight, so it won't be like a 3-0 or 4-0. I think it'll be Manchester City 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Lewis and Dad have agreed with each other and gone for a straight down the middle 2-0 Manchester City win. We'll move on now, though, to two clubs that are still basically the polar opposites of each other in the league. Burnley trying to fight off relegation, Leicester trying to solidify a Champions League spot. So that is, of course, Burnley versus Leicester at Turf Moor. So Leicester, they're not going to be in good spirits after losing 3-1 to Arsenal at the weekend. I think they were at home as well. That would have unnerved them massively. But I think they should be able to do the job here. Burnley are a very good side, even though they are where they are. They've still got the potential to cause upsets in this league, but I simply just don't think they'll have enough to battle this Leicester side. I've gone for a Leicester win, and I've gone for 1-0. Lewis thinks Burnley will be able to get something. He thinks it'll be 1-1, and Dad thinks that Burnley won't, and he goes 2-0 to Leicester. We move on to the third game now, though. That's the Sheffield United, the team currently rock bottom of the league, host Aston Villa at Bramall Lane. Now, Villa, they're still hoping for that European place. They're still hoping to push it down, and I think they can push it down. There is no reason why Aston Villa cannot get into them. Another big win over Leeds at the weekend for them. There's no reason why they can't believe they can do it. They've got Sheffield United this weekend, who, although they did hit a bit of good form as of recent, a couple of weeks ago maybe, that's dropped off again now. They still sit bottom of the league, I think, on 11 points. They want to make it so they don't break the record of lowest points in a Premier League season. I don't think they'll be able to pick any up here, though. I think Villa will win 3-1. Lewis has said 2-0 and Dad has said 2-1. All to the team from Aston Villa. We move on now, though, to the middle game. It's the fourth game out of 7. That is Crystal Palace, who host the most successful team in English football, Manchester United. Now, they are the giants of English football, whether you like to say it or not, but they have slipped off their perch in recent years. This team is now quite evenly matched with Crystal Palace. If you were telling me that in 2005 or 2010, that Crystal Palace would be on the same level as Manchester United in terms of whether they can beat them or not, I would have said, ha, you're funny, aren't you? But nowadays, they are. Whether you want to dispute it or not, they are on the same level. So, I think Palace will have a good fight. They've got the likes of Zaha, Eze, players like that all over the pitch as well. Their defence is quite good. Good goalkeeper as well. I think they're missing a striker that could put the goals away, but that's just my opinion. But I think this will be a very tight game, between the two sides. I think United will be wanting to get the win to try and close a gap on City that's potentially too big now. But I think United will win. I think 2-1. Lewis and Dad both think United will win as well. Lewis going for a 1-0 and Dad going for a 3-1. We move on now, though, to a London derby, so to speak. It's not one of the big London derbies. You get your Chelseas versus your Tottenhams, you get your West Ham, Millwalls. It's not like that. It's Fulham who host Spurs at Craven Cottage. That is Tottenham travelling there. That's obviously is a London derby, both sides from London, both sides same side of the river. Fulham very close to the River of the North. However, they're not very evenly matched, I'd say. Tottenham Hotspur's squad is a lot better than Fulham's is. But Fulham are in the Premier League for a reason, and they want to be there, and they want to be staying there. Whether you want to admit that or not, if Fulham win this week, they can have a very, very good go at staying up. So I think they're not going to win, but I think they will put up a very good fight. I think it'll be 1-0 to Tottenham. Lewis and Dad have both agreed with me. Lewis going for a 3-1, Dad going for a 2-0. We move on now to the penultimate game of the week, and that sees West Bromwich Albion host Everton at the Hawthorns. Now the Hawthorns is the highest ground above sea level in England. Fun fact for you there. Don't know if you wanted to know, but it is. The second is Oldham, Pompey played there a couple of seasons ago. But we're going to talk about this game a bit. West Brom, they're low, they're not doing very well. They look like they may be able to come out of it a few weeks ago, maybe get a few points on the board. But once again, just like Sheffield United, their form dropped back off. Everton, on the other hand, have had some very good form of recent, beating Liverpool at Anfield for the first time in years. And when I say years, I mean years. I think last time they beat them there, Hitler was in charge of Germany. But Everton, and then they came on and backed it up with a 1-0 win over Southampton. So I think Everton will win tonight. Not tonight. I think Everton will win this week. I think they'll win 3-0. Lewis has gone for a 2-1 to Everton, and Dad has gone 3-1. Now for the big game. And when I say big game, this game last season would have been seen as top of the league versus a team fighting for Europe. Now it's both teams fighting for Europe. This is Liverpool who host Chelsea at Anfield. Now normally you could say, Liverpool, they won't lose, or at Anfield, they don't lose. Liverpool haven't won a game at Anfield in the last 5, I don't believe. So we're looking at that going, well, hold on a minute, Chelsea might better get something here. Chelsea do have a good record at Anfield as well in terms of getting points and winning in cup games as well. So I think Liverpool will not win. I think they will get a point. I think it'll be 1-1. Dad and Lewis have gone for the complete opposite of each other, both saying 2-1. But Lewis has gone for 2-1 to Chelsea. Dad has gone for 2-1 to Liverpool, which could definitely happen. But that's where this video is going to end. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like this video if you did enjoy it. Let me know what you want to see in the comments or what you think of your predictions. And subscribe if you are new. I'll see you in the next one.